welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 9, Episode 1. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Christopher, the comeback kid, one man, see?
And no Ancient Warrior today. It's just us two, so it's just like our very first episode we did, Episode 1, Season 1. So we're going back old school.
Which did great. I mean, that episode did the best.
I think so. It got the most listens. And it seems to be one of our more memorable episodes, so we're bringing the glory days back.
Okay, I can't forget it.
I'll never forget it. It was our very first one. It was a huge success. Just don't ask Mark.
Yeah, right.
No, our kid Mark's on vacation again, and he is in Kentucky, I think. He's partying it up. He showed me a picture of the bar that he's at, and he says that he made a wager on one of the football games this weekend, and it paid off big. It basically paid off the whole trip. So he's going to have some more stories to tell us next week, if he remembers them. He was 3 sheets to the wind last time I texted him. But, so he's drunk texting. Anywho, Episode 1, new bowling season. Chris has found a new team, and we'll get to how they bowled here in a minute, but I figure we'll go ahead and dive right in and get started with the segment that everybody loves. I can't even remember what it's called. What is it called? Oh, yeah, the fastest 3 minutes in bowling. And to start out with, our very first pair of lanes, we're on 19 and 20 instead of 1 and 2. So 19 and 20 is going to start out with Team 4. Their name is Mustache Ride, which is from the movie Super Troopers, if you've ever seen it. I won't go into details. You can kind of figure out what that means on your guys' own. But if you've never seen it, it's called Super Troopers, and the team name is Mustache Ride. And then, of course, their former team name is the most popular Edible Panties. So, of course, that means it's Brian Brimmerman, Matthew Macy, and Christian Gomez was picked up. So they're bringing back the same team as last year, Mustache Ride. They fought Team 5, which is called The In-Laws Are Outlaws, which is Tina Saunders.
Oh, I think their name?
That is their name. I don't know what it means, but that's their name. In-Laws Are Outlaws.
That's Tina's team or the parents?
That's Tina. So Tina Saunders, which is the wife of Chris Saunders, and Chris's brother Eric. Now, they have yet to find a third. We're still trying to find them a third, so hopefully we'll get somebody tomorrow night when we go bowl this would be our third week, starting next week. So we are going over our first 2 weeks of bowling. Unfortunately, we did not get a first episode started on the first week of bowling. We had to wait a week because I was in the hospital, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second, but I'll let you know now I'm good. Everything's fine. Just had a little bit of an issue, but I'll go over that after the fastest 3 minutes. So again, Team 5 is Tina and Eric. So they bowled against the Mustache Ride team, and it was the Tina and Eric show. They ended up kicking some ass. In week 2, they won 40 out of 48. So we're 3 out of team, so we're back to 48 points. I know our previous season 8, we were doing our summer league, and we only had 2 out of team, and that was 40 points total. Now that we got 3 out of team again, just like last year, we're back to 48. So they took 40 out of 48. So kudos to them. Good job. Good start to the season for them. All right, next pair, team number 6. To introduce these guys, it's a bunch of familiar faces. They don't have a team name yet, so Team 6 for right now, but it's made up of Mike Ensline, our old pals, and Mike Henderson with Patrick Manning. If you remember, they bowled with Ricky last
week.
They
have this week. If they don't have a team name by the end of the week, I'm choosing their team name.
Oh, what are you going to call them?
2 black guys and a white guy.
I don't know if we can do that.
No. We're going to call him Django.
I thought you were going to name him your favorite team name, the Ball Gaggers.
No, but I mean, I like the 2 black guys and white guys. The 2 B's and a W.
Okay.
Or Civil War.
I think they will definitely come up with a team name before that name gets called. But yeah, so Team 6 for right now.
Cottonmouth.
And so it's again our good buddies Patrick Manning, Mike Henderson, and Mike Ensline. Last year was Ricky and Mike. I think it was Ricky and the Two Mikes was the team name. So maybe they'll go with Patrick and the Two Mikes, hopefully, with something besides Chris's name. And so they fought Team 2, which is, of course, our old buddy Mark with his partners Ron and Kyle. They're bringing back the team name We Got Balls. And they bowled, and it was actually a loss for We Got Balls. So Mike and Pat, they won 28 out of 48. So kudos to those guys. I think it was Ensline that held up his end of the bargain, and he ended up bowling great. He actually made second runner-up to Bowler of the Week. So he did very, very good that week. So kudos to Ensline. Happy to have him back. The next pair, Team 12. And also a familiar team, Pin High, Gino and his wife Tina with Craig. They come back. They are going against Team 3, which is who is that team, Chris?
I don't know.
They used to be called.
I don't think they played. I don't think they both.
They had many names. They used to be Titanic way a long time ago. They used to be. I can't remember what your team name was last year.
I don't think it was me though. It was a different guy, right?
It may be. And then it was Deep Purple, or no, what was it? The Purple
Cobras.
Purple Cobras, that's right, from Dodgeball.
Yeah.
But now it is
Only Dads.
3, 2, 1. The Only Dads, yes. It's made up of Diego, Chris Saunders, and Chris Woodmansey. Of course, the Only Dads have to have their page up, and so if you haven't seen them yet, go check them out on their page. They're doing some freaky stuff. All right, and so they're Team 3. I think you're right. I don't know if you guys showed up because it was a slaughter. You guys only ended up winning 6, so that means Pin High is still on a hot streak. They've won, if you count the summer league, at the last part of the summer league and the beginning of this league, that's 6 weeks in a row that Craig and Gino have won the night, and they won big, 42 out of 48. So they're doing really, really good. Craig bowled good that week. And he's been on a hot streak himself, so kudos to them. You guys have to bounce back next week. All right, we're halfway over with the standings from last week. Next pair is 27-28. Team number 9. I introduced them. They do not have a team name. This is the new team. Brandon Jolly, Christian Breakus, I think that's how you say that. And then Bryson Looper is our Summer League bowler that won the Summer League. He's formed a brand new team. Not too bad. Most of them set an average, but they're doing pretty good to start out with. They bowled up against Team 11, which is another familiar team, but they picked up a really, really good bowler. That's Rick Connor and George Martinez. Again, it's 3 fingers deep, but instead of Rick's son, Caden, they picked up Andre, I'm going to butcher this name, Odorico, I think is how you say that. Or it could be something else, but I'm just going to go with Odorico for right now. He's bowled in Monday Night Men's. He's bowled in several other leagues. He's, I'd say, quite literally a 220 bowler. He's probably one of the best bowlers I've seen. So they picked up an ace in a hole, and he's a really good one. And he only had a 190 average last year, but if you watch him bowl, he's easily a 220. And he bowled that good this week. He was bowler of the week. He bowled 736 that night, so he was easily the best bowler that week. And actually they took the loss that week because Team 11 showed out and they were getting a lot of handicap and they needed every bit of it, but they did good and they won 28 out of 48. So kudos to Team 11. Bowling against the bowler of the week is not easy. And they pulled out the victory no matter that the other guy was bowler of the weeks. So not bad. All right. Sorry to torture you through this, but we're almost done. Team number 1, my team. Of course, I don't know how we always end up picking the first envelope. Maybe it's on purpose. Who knows? But it's we always try to come up with a team name that's a little bit current and has a hidden meaning, a little bit of funniness to it.
I had a lot of questions about this name.
Well, okay, here we go. The team name is Hawk Tour, of course, as you know, but we added the word WAP at the end. So if you translate the whole thing, it translates to Hawk Tour, and then wet ass, and you know the rest.
Penis.
Oh, no, that's not what the song is.
Penis.
That's not what the song is.
So basically, you're hot tooing on a wet ass penis. Alright.
It's all in the eyes of the beholder. But basically, it's from the song. So, and it's now me, my son Peyton, and so I'm back to bowling. I took the summer off, not doing so hot. I'm bowling like shit, but at least I could be worse. But we picked up David Pride, so an old friend of ours. He hadn't bowled in the league for 2 years, so this is the first time he's been back bowling. We're happy to have him. We basically sucked against team number 7. To introduce Team 7, they don't have a name yet, but it's a bunch of familiars. TJ Phelps from the Summer League that bowled with Eric. He joined Neil and Gilbert, so they're back. That was, if you remember when they bowled with Jared, they were Slate's Rockheads in last fall. So they're coming back, and unfortunately they couldn't convince Jared to come back, but they replaced him with a solid bowler, TJ, and they pretty much whipped our ass. They won 42 out of 48. We never stood a chance. They bowled really good, and we bowled really bad. And the last pair, 31-32, everyone's favorite pair. We'll introduce the teams there. Team 10, here for the beer, which is Mike Wang, the first lady of the bowling league, which is the wife of Chris. It is Camilla Woodmansey and Jose Beltre, the baseball player. So Mike and Jose from the Summer League picked up Camilla, and they are doing really good. They bowled up against introducing team number 8. They are Almost Empty Nester, which is a familiar team from last fall. That's Tina's parents and auntie. So it's Anna Marie, Nancy Davis, and Bob Davis. And congratulations to them. They just had their 100th wedding anniversary. Actually, I think it was 34. But yeah, so kudos to them. Happy anniversary to them. They bowled on the night of the anniversary, but they did not get any sympathy for it. So they lost big, 34-48 to your wife. So your wife kicked their ass. It was literally your wife, because she's the one that bowled good, and Jose bowled solid, but your wife bowled most over her average, so she did good. All right.
She's not on my team no more, so it's like...
Oh, that's what it is. That's the secret. As Mark says, whenever they're off your team, it's a 10-pin increase. Just a quote from Mark. But... So the standings are, after 2 weeks of bowling, Team 5, In-Laws Are Outlaws, which is Chris and Eric, got a really good start. They're in first place at 74 points.
Oh, it's Tina, Eric.
That's what I said, isn't it? Tina and Eric?
I think Chris and Eric.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so I meant to say Tina. I was thinking of Chris. Who could never forget Chris? So it's Tina and Eric. They're in first place, so it's 74 points that they're in. Second place is Pin High on a hot streak. They're at second place at 70. Third place, We Got Balls. They're always up in the top, but they lost last week, so in third. They have 60 points. Team 7 has 56. They're in fourth. Here for the Bears, your wife's team, they're in fifth at 52 points. Team 9 is at 50 points. They're in sixth place, 3 fingers deep. 48, tied for 7th. With them is Almost Empty Nester at 48. Mustache Ride, formerly Edible Panties, they are at 44 points. They're in 9th place. And the last team that's got 40 points, Team 6, they have 42. And to make up the bottom of the standings, there's 2 teams left. Only Dads, which is in 11th place. And that is Chris's team. And then my team can't even beat them. We're at 14 points. They're at 18 points. My team is in very last place.
Good.
Wealth. So Hot Tua Wap is in last.
Yeah, wet ass teams.
Wishful thinking. I see how it is. But yep, so there's the new league. We've been bowling 2 weeks. It hasn't been pretty for some teams, namely 2 teams in particular. But we're managing that handicap well. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, we are too.
I mean, we suck. And Peyton's been not bowling good because he bought a new bowling ball. So I'll let him use that as an excuse for right now.
Yeah, he only gets like 3 weeks of saying that.
Right.
After 3 weeks, it's just you.
So for our league to try to eliminate the sandbagging as much, it doesn't really completely eliminate it. we lock in our averages from last fall for the first 3 weeks of bowling. So if you don't bowl good on purpose, then you take a beating for it. Now, of course, none of us are doing it on purpose. We just bowl like shit because we suck, or at least my team does. I know you're famous for coming up with the term handicap management. So you're.
Put it down, baby.
You having more technical difficulties?
No, my daughter.
Oh, blaming your daughter. Isabel, he's blaming you again.
She is.
All right. Okay. So that's the league. 12 teams, a lot of familiars. I would have liked to have picked up more new bowlers, but we've only picked up one new team. We lost quite a few teams, mostly because of just the times. We start late, and it's hard to bowl when you got to wake up early on a weekday. So Tuesday night,
starting at 9:30 isn't ideal.
It's tough, and we want to. Technically, our starting time is 9:00, but to try to start at 9:00 is damn near impossible following that other league. But we're working on it. We are working on it. We're trying to get through some things, and it's been a rocky start, but I'm happy with the bowlers that come back, and I'm happy with the league, the way it's panning out. There's some things coming up on the horizon, namely our bracket. Our big bracket is about to come back in October. So starting the first week of October, which is now 3 or 4 weeks away, we're going to have 36 bowlers, 12 teams with 3 on the team. That's 36 total. And yeah, so that's on the horizon. We'll talk a little bit more about that once it gets closer. We've been doing brackets in card game again, so a lot of stuff that we brought back. And mystery score, we're going to keep doing that.
Yep, and I got something else where we're bringing back.
Uh-oh, what's that?
We're bringing back the Coke bottle scratch brackets.
Yes. Oh, yes. Who could forget? So alongside the big bracket that we do every season, the fall, winter, and spring, the Coke bottle bracket is the scratch bracket that we have that you get volunteer bowlers that sign up for it. It's like, $20 a person?
Yeah, $20 a person. Yep.
So we're going to have that again. So that'll be fun. So got some games coming up. So it's always exciting to start the new fall leagues. Football's been going on for a couple weeks. Cowboys just took a big beating, and
I don't even talk about that.
My Lions took a big beating, and I try to invite people at the bar and maybe change up some of the luck, but nobody came. So that's what we get when nobody shows up. Dude, we went to the Point here in Corinth, and we went. Well, it was noon? It was a noon game. We went up to the Point. They have the best nachos I've ever had. It was pretty damn awesome.
Wow.
There's quite a few people there too. Fucking Saints fans showed up.
Oh my God.
All I heard the whole night was, "Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?" Oh, of course, when the Cowboys did one scoring drive, they threw a big bomb to CeeDee Lamb, and all you heard was, "Here we go, here we go." Kind of like when you were shouting it against me last year.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, but I'm happy that the Saints exposed Dak for who he is.
Oh yeah. So they're forced to say who Dak. So
yeah, who Dak.
We gotta say who Dak.
Yeah, so because Dak got that big money, he didn't get a Super Bowl ring.
Well, he'll get one soon. He better.
No, he won't.
Well, maybe.
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. He won't.
Oh, you're not a Dak fan?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
He's good. He wasn't the reason they lost the other day.
No, I was a Rumble fan.
Yeah, I was. I was a Romo fan, but they, when you get a bad back like he did, he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But.
No chance. Right. So, yeah, the Coke Ball bracket will start in next week. Not this coming up Tuesday, but then the following Tuesday.
Yep. And then those of us that are non-bowlers, we got Poker League that's going on right now. We got that going on Saturday.
18 players.
Yeah, that's going on.
So we picked the ball. We have a total of 6 new players.
Yeah.
Who never played before, who never played Poker League before. And we're always welcome more. We're here. I'm trying to build this community up. So if you want to play, want to know more about it, ask me or Lee. We have a lot of, like, if you have questions, how it runs. We try to keep a family home. So we're here to have fun, play games, not be too serious, and just have a fun little poker league, just like bowling.
That's it, exactly. Yeah. I was off last week. I was in the hospital. I caught food poisoning earlier in the week, and I was very dehydrated and did not eat or drink the whole week because I just couldn't keep it down. I was throwing up, I was in bad shape, and I decided to go to the ER because it was like 4 days straight. And so it started Monday, and then by Friday, I was just like, man, I can't be sick for 4 days. And I was even going to work too. A couple of days, I just said, you know what, I'm going to tough it out. So I went to work a couple of days, but by Friday, I was like, man, I'm sick of being sick.
This guy goes to the hospital, and he goes to the hospital Friday. No one of his friends knows that he went to the hospital. Poker League's about to start in about 2 hours. It's 5 o'clock. Poker League starts in about 2 hours. I'm texting everybody. I get a text from Jake, of all people, not even his own son. Jake is a family friend, is a family member, like family friend of theirs, and he's telling me, "Oh, hey, Lee won't make it tonight." I'm like, "What? Why? He's in the hospital." What? And I'm just calling him, like calling Jennifer, I'm calling Lee, I'm calling boys, trying to get some kind of information here.
Well, I didn't expect to stay because I went in, they come out and they said, well, you're right. You have food poisoning, but the problem is your kidneys you were not drinking and you were not getting any nutrients and your kidney functions are low. So we want to check you in and make sure your kidney functions get straightened out. So after a while, I didn't even feel sick. I was like in the hospital getting pumped full of fluids. I'm like, man, well, there weren't the food poisoning. And that was like within a matter of hours. Like by Friday night, I was like, okay, I can go home now. But they kept taking my blood and said, no, your kidneys are not quite back yet. And so they kept me Saturday, they kept me Sunday. And by Monday, I'm all better. So they said, well, your kidneys should be all right. There was some medication that I shouldn't have been taking, or overly medicated, they were saying. So basically, I'm not taking that medication anymore. Part of it was just I decided to take a weight loss medication, that Ozempic.
Yeah.
And they said it's notorious for doing that to people, so you got to watch that stuff. So I'm off that, and so I'm doing much better. But yeah, that was why I was gone. Now, I regret not calling you. I should have called.
Yeah, I thought we were family.
I fucked up. I know. I should have called. But I did eventually call you right before poker. And
He called me because I left you a voicemail.
Well, was it a voicemail or was it a text? But
I don't know, but it was something.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever will call me.
I did call. I didn't think it was going to be that serious.
Yeah. When someone goes to a hospital, it's serious.
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't feel sick. I was like just sitting around, just getting pumped full of fluids and IVs and crap. And I was like, man, I'm just sitting here like, I feel normal. I should just be home. But no, they wanted to keep me.
Yeah, and
it was actually pretty nice because once you're in there, it's like no stress. You get 3 square meals a day. And the hospital food's gotten much better. I mean, compared to what it was years ago, oh my God. It's like staying at the Hilton almost. And so I was just watching football most of the weekend and listening to podcasts. And, it was the first week of football. So I was watching college all day Saturday and watched pros all day Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't bad, actually. It was a fun visit, kind of, because I don't ever get to watch football and just sit down and watch it and have fun. So it was actually pretty awesome. So that was that, and got home Monday. Everything went back to normal. Now I'm staying busy all the time. I can't sit down and watch football like I used to. But we did go to the bar yesterday. We went to the Point. It was pretty fun. A lot of Cowboys fans there, a lot of Saints fans there. I went there because of the Lions. So I didn't want to get the Sunday ticket this year because, the Lions, they're my number one team. And they're going to be on national TV like 10 out of the 16 games. So there's only like 6 games I'm going to miss. So I'm like, well, I can just go to the bar and watch it. So
yeah, right.
It's fun. I'm going to try to see if I can get some people to come
I want to tell you about this one bar that you should go to. Like, I've been there like twice already or 3 times. And it is the best place I've ever been to at the bar. And you live right down the street from it. And I don't know if you've been there, but it is delicious. I love it. I will die. I'll go there every day if I could. I'll go there every day.
All right, what is it?
I wasn't too busy. Wing Daddies in Corinth.
Oh, hell yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, I love that place. I love that place.
Yeah, you know what? My nephew, Andrew, he is dating somebody from there, one of the bartenders up there. So we go up there all the time. So
Wow. Yeah, I love Wing Daddies.
yeah, we live there. Now, do you know if they have the Sunday ticket?
Yeah, they have a Sunday ticket.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I'll have to go there this Sunday. Cowboys and Lions both play at 3:00. So yeah, if I
how
go
about
to
we all
Wing
go?
Daddies,
How about we all go? I'm a Cowboys fan.
I'm up for it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up there at 3. So if you want, maybe bring up your dad, and I know me and Peyton will be up there.
All right, cool. Fuck yeah.
Leland would be there too, but he works Sundays.
I always wanted to try their margaritas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get shit faced, I'll come pick you up, and then we'll head over there.
Yeah. I always want to try they have a bomb pop margarita.
Wow. So those of you that live in Corinth, if you're not doing anything, come up to Wing Daddies. You'll see me and Chris, and we'll watch some football.
Nice. I'm okay with that.
All right, so we got to get to one of the most important things that we always have to get to, beat Mark's picks. All right, we're pretending there's Price is Right music going on. Welcome to another version of Beat Mark's Picks. I don't quite do it as good as he does.
No, you have to talk like this, wait. Welcome to another Beat Mark's Picks. I'm your host, Mark Martian.
Always forget the water. Exactly. You got to park the car.
Yeah.
So last week's results were pretty much boring because we turned in our picks, all three of us. We text each other, and all three were identical.
Yes, this was not planned.
It was not planned. I texted, and then you text, and then Mark texts, and they're all identical picks. So we're all tied. I'm not sure who won the win-loss record. Probably funny if we all went 3-3. But we all picked the same teams to win, so we're all tied. That much I can say. I don't know the win-loss, but I do know we picked the same teams for a win-loss, so we're all tied no matter what. This week, though, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a tie because there's some teams that are facing each other that I know we're not going to pick. For instance, the first pair is Team 9. We'll get Mark's picks maybe today or tomorrow. We'll have him text us.
So wait, did we all tie?
We all tied. We all picked the same friggin' teams.
Do we know what was the outcome, like 3-2 or 3-3?
No, I don't know the win-loss, so we'll figure it out. Mark has those, so we'll figure that out. We'll have it for you next episode. The first pair is Team 9, which, again, I got to get used to these team names again. So Team 9 don't have a name. That's the new team, though. That's Brandon and Christian, Breakus, and Bryson. They're going against Team 3, which is you guys.
No, their team name is BBC.
Oh. Okay. How do you know that?
I don't know.
So now what I'm curious about here is that some of these boulders are starting up. They're setting averages, and they're getting 387 pins of handicap. No, sorry, that's wrong. That's a lot of handicap. But they're getting close to that. They're getting 232 pins for those three of handicap. And you guys are only getting, let's see, it's 80. You guys are getting 99. So basically it is 131 pin spread that you guys are giving up. 131 pins.
That's bullshit.
Well, they wanted to vote the handicap the way it is. They wanted to keep it the same when we had our meeting 2 weeks ago. So it is what it is. But that kind of a spread. And they've been on a roll, and you guys have been kind of handling your average or maintaining your handicap, as they say. And I hate to pick against you, Chris, but I'm going to have just for this week until if it was next week when the average is unlocked, then I would probably pick you guys. But since we're still in that locked period, I'm going to go with that team.
Wow. I thought we were family.
Are you confident to pick your team?
I'd say no, one more week. I'm going to go to them.
Wow. See? And you're not blaming me now, huh?
Oh.
All right, so next pair we got Team 1, my team, the Hop Tua WAP, and that is going against Here for the Beer. Oh, great. They had the bowler of the week last week and they lost, so they're going to want to get revenge. Let's see. Now the spread on this, let's see. We're getting, way not enough pins. So that's 31. So that's 79 pins that we're getting. That we better not be giving them pins. 79 to, and I'm sorry that it's taking so long. We should have the spreads already, but since it's the first night, it's always the toughest. Let's see, 51 plus 16, so it's 67. And what did I say we were at? We were at 79. So it's only a 12 pin spread. So we're only getting 12 pins on them. So yeah, so based on that, that's hardly anything. And again, that guy, Andre, he's a really good bowler and he's their leadoff bowler. So he's going to easily be their anchor once these averages unlock. But you've seen Andre before.
No.
You may not be familiar with him, but he was the Monday Night Men bowler. But you'll know who he is by the time you see him next week because he's good.
I think I know who you're talking about. But you said you're going for here for the beer.
So we're bowling Here for the Beer. That's Mike. That's your wife. So your wife's bowling next to you. So now they're getting looks like 101 pins to our 79. So the spread is 22. Yeah, 22 pins that we'll be giving them. Our team is in such shambles right now. I'm going with them. And Here for the Beer.
Yeah, I'm going for my wife's team. Yeah.
That wasn't that long. That's like a snap call in poker.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're both on Team 10. So we're picking the same teams again, it looks like. Team 11, Three Fingers. Now here's Team 11, Three Fingers Deep. What did I say they're getting earlier? 67. They're bowling against Team 4, which is Mustache Ride. That's Christian Gomez and Matthew and Brian. They're not getting much handicap. They may be giving them pins. That's, let's see, 36 and 36, 72. No, they'll be getting very little. 5-pin spread. So Mustache Ride is getting 5 pins, Three Fingers Deep, and I know I'm going for Three Fingers Deep only because they've got that bowler, Andre bowler. He's a legend already. So what do you think?
Oh yeah, Three Fingers Deep.
Same team. All right, I see how it is. You're always copying me. Next pair is Team 5. In-laws are outlaws. It's Eric and Tina going against the second place team. So this is kind of a mini position round pair. That's pin high. That's Craig, Gino, and Tina. So first place is going against second place. Team 5, for right now, they might be getting a new bowler. For right now, they're at 119 with the 44 pins of handicap that the vacancy gets. That's 165. Team 12 is getting a lot more. They're getting 100. They're getting 225. So 225, what do we say, minus 135, was it? Where did it go? Team 4? No, it wasn't Team 4. It was Team 5. And we said they're getting 165 to 225. So there's a spread of 60. So Team 12 is getting 60 pins. That's Craig's team. And again, they've won 6 weeks in a row going back to the Summer League. Why don't you go first on this one? So it's either Tina and Eric against Craig's team. Pin high. First place against second.
And what's the pin difference again?
60 pins going to Craig's team.
How many?
60.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
With Tina's handicap?
Yep. Yeah, because Tina Clay, who's in High's team, she alone's getting 116 because she only averages 92. So she's getting 116. Gino is getting 60, and Craig's getting 49. So that's 225. Eric Saunders is only at 41 pins, and Tina Saunders at 78. The vacancy is getting 44, so that's 165. So it's 225 minus 165. That's 60 pins.
Wow.
It's a tough one.
But who's in first?
In-laws or outlaws, which is Eric and Tina.
Where's Gino at? Where's Gino team?
They're in second, but again, they've won 6 weeks in a row.
Man.
We might have to edit out the dead air.
Yeah. Shit, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to go conservative here and go by history. And I want to vote for Gino.
Oh, damn it. That's what I was going to pick. So they've been on a hot streak, and I'm going to ride that wave because 6 weeks is a lot of weeks to win. So I'm gonna go with Gino as well. Damn it, we're still on the same teams. I know Mark is not picking the same teams as us though, and I know Craig doesn't like it when we pick them, but I gotta. That's a lot of weeks that they've won, and they're on a hot streak. I don't see it ending.
Yeah.
All right, next pair. Only 2 more pairs to go. Team 8, which is Almost Empty Nest. Bob Davis and Nancy with Anna Marie going against Team 2. We got balls. Mark's team. Big spread here. This is going to be, oh gosh, let's see. This is a lot to add up. So 135, and that's what Anna Marie's getting just by herself. With Nancy and Bob, they're getting 140, 145, and 135. 280 pins. My God. And Mark's team's only getting 53 and 13. That's 66. So 280 minus 66. That's 214 pins. So Almost Empty Nest is getting 214 pins on We Got Balls.
They're getting a full game.
Oh, easy. That's like 3 against 5.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go with We Got Balls. I'm going to have to do it. Even though Kyle hasn't won a point. He was MVP of the league last year, winning the most points out of everybody. He hasn't won a point so far this season. He's at 0 points.
I think Tracy stopped fucking him.
Tracy, close your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Close your ears. Chris has got nasty thoughts. Or it could be true. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Who you got?
I want to be different from you, but man, it's a good pick.
Hey, a win's a win. If you're going to follow me, you know they're wins.
Yeah, but what if the other team wins?
Well, that's the risk you take.
Like right now, if I go against you, it's like you have pocket aces and I have 7-2. And if I get the flop 7-7 ace and then a river of 2, or no, a river of 7, sorry, river another 7, I have quads.
That's true. I'll have to tell you what Peyton did to Brian after we're done.
Yeah. So, man, what lane are they on?
29-30. Dubbed the worst pair in the house by several bowlers, including myself.
All right. No, well,
Again, they're getting 214 pins.
all right. You know what? Fuck it.
Mark's team?
I got the Outlaws.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the Almost Empty Nest.
Almost empty nest, yeah.
All right. Wow. Picking opposite. All right. Well, instead of, like you would say, instead of Mark or Ron, you'd say, oh, I'm going to pick Ron's team, but no, you're going the other way. Okay.
240 pins.
214.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wait, 14 or 40?
14, 214, 214.
I thought we said 240.
Nope. 214.
That's
Are you
different.
going to change your mind? Or you're going to lock it in?
I'm locking in.
Okay. We're going to have to edit out a lot of this. All right, last pair. Team 6, no name. That's, who is they? Oh, that's Mike and Patrick. They're going up against Team 7, which also has no name. So Ball Gaggers against Ball Gaggers 2. All right. Oh, that's Neil and Gilbert and TJ. Oh, there'll be a lot of handicap here too.
How about Flintstone Part 2?
Yeah, exactly. So Mike and Mike is getting what looks like 143 pins. Neil's team is only getting 60. So 143 minus 6, so it's 87, I think it is.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough. I got Neil.
83. So they're getting 83, giving up an 83 pin spread. Yeah, I'm going to have to say not enough as well. Neil, we bowled them last week, and they bowled pretty solid. Gilbert could have bowled better, but he had a lot of 10 pins. He picked them all up. He's great at picking them up. But I think Neil will hold them up, so I'm going with Neil. So that's 2 for them. And again, we'll get Mark's picks, but there's your picks for the week. And so we'll make sure to get your standings next week to see where we're all at. But I know that last week we all had the same identical picks, and I'll tell Mark to make his picks before he listens to the podcast, hopefully.
Yes.
All right. I think we're about done. There's our first episode. So that was season 9. Brand new season. Can't believe we lasted 9 seasons so far. But there's episode 1, and we're hoping to have maybe some guests on in the future episodes, and we'll go over some of the things that we'll be doing this season.
This would fix it too.
It sounds like Chris about to make dinner. All right, bud. Why don't you give us an outro? Oh, wait, you know what? Before we do that, let me.
Hold on.
Let me do some Bowler of the Week stuff. Hold on. So Bowler of the Week was Andre. He bowled 166 over, 736 series. So good job. Kudos to him. Mike Gensline, first runner-up, 98 over. Anna Marie Davis took high for the ladies. So she was Bowler of the Week for the ladies with 32 over. So kudos to her. So far high average is Jose Beltre at 219. Andres at 215 and Ron Reynolds at 209 are our top 3. Ladies top 3, Camilla 175, Nancy Davis 142, Tina Saunders starting a little bit lower than what she did last year. She's at 122. That makes up your top 3 ladies.
Who's top? We didn't hear it. Who was top? Who was top 1?
For the average for the men?
No, ladies.
Camila.
Who got player of the week? Who got player of the week?
It was Anna Marie Davis. She had 32 over.
Who got second?
Camilla. No, wait. Who was it? Yeah, it was Camilla, 25.
So you said didn't she say that Camilla basically won her team the points?
She did. She held the pants up. She was the best bowler on the pair.
And what place?
They are in 5th.
Yeah.
So 5th place. And what place is Only Dads?
What place are y'all?
They're in 11th. Next to last.
Out of 15 teams, though.
Out of 12 teams.
Oh.
11 out of 12.
Okay, Lee.
So for the points, the MVP is Mark. He is leading so far. He's tied with Eric Saunders. They both have 16. And Camilla, of course, is dominating as always for the ladies. She's got 11 points. There you have it.
So she's not really dominating. She's 11.
I mean, that was good enough for her team that they won last week and beat up on a pretty good team.
Well, her team had a white guy and a Dominican Republican.
Oh, my God.
Right.
But he's got the best name ever, Mike Wang.
I know, right?
The only name that would have been better that starts with Mike is if his last name was Hunt.
Yeah. Mike Hunt. I hope
I had to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to avoid putting that together, but you had to do it for me.
Mike Hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. His daughter should be Long.
Long?
Yeah, his daughter, Long Wayne.
Oh,
Long Wayne.
Oh, I see what you did there. Long Wayne. Why's it got to be a daughter?
That's so loud. Stop.
Okay. That's funny.
All right, bud. Why don't you give us an outro?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. So happy to have you back, Lee, in from the hospital. Next time, call us. We're family and friends. Pray for you. We love you. Thank you so much, guys, listening for this podcast and joining us for another season of a long fall season. And I know I've been slacking in my team's differentials, and I know y'all want me to get first place. I know it's going to happen, guys. We're like the Cowboys. This is our year, okay? This is our fall season.
Dak Prescott? Are you Dak Prescott?
No, I'm not Dak Prescott. I'm like a Troy Aikman, okay?
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were Micah Parsons.
Yeah. I'm a Michael Parsons who wants a different team every year.
Oh, well, who's Dak Prescott?
Diago.
Oh.
Yeah, he hasn't been shooting very well, so.
And that makes Chris Saunders, the coach?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what? Yes. Yes. Even better. No, Ezekiel.
Oh, he's Zeke. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's Zeke. I'm CeeDee Lamb. I could do anything. We have Dak.
And then it would have to be CD.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens this year, and then y'all all know who all knows me, guys. If nothing happened this year with my team, you know damn well I'll be looking for a new one. So tune in for next week. And we have a lot more games and fun stuff to do for the season, and then poker, all that. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. So tune in, guys. Stay up to date with this. Listen, love it. Talk shit to me when you hear it. All right. So if you don't turn in back again, you will be
like the guy.
Like the, oh my God, like the guy. No, I don't want to say that.
You don't want to wish them that bad.
You'll be like my team, stuck in last place.
You'll be like Kyle with no points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll be like Kyle.
You'll be like Kyle, a wash-up has-been MVP player.
No, don't add the extra stuff. All right. All right. Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. And thanks again to everybody for listening to our first episode. We'll see you next week.
Yes. All right, Bubba. Be safe. Have a good night.
You too, bud.
Hey, you keep forgetting your trophy.